Hi there, I'm Deirdre Dorson. Welcome to Project Pleasant Park. Come on in. So our Pleasant Park project is still under construction, as you can see. We went through a massive relocation of spaces and structure in this home, even though it's a bungalow. And we've really been able to grab some space, some real estate that I like to call, from bedrooms that were oversized and put some of that space into a larger main bathroom, a much more functional kitchen, and a living space that will better suit this young family. So the reconstruction really started by tackling the issue of the staircase location. So right now where I'm standing, which is the entry to the kitchen from the front entry, there was a wall that really enclosed what was a really small kitchen. And through this corridor that is now part of the kitchen, we had a step down transition to a landing and then another landing down to the basement stairs. So the stairs were essentially where this fridge, pantry, and coffee bar are now located. So we were able to grab that space, put it into the kitchen, and relocate the stairs to the other side of the house. Now that had a lot of structural concerns. We wanted to make sure that the staircase shape was going to work well for the ceiling height of the basement, and the staircase location now works really well that it takes up part of what was a really large living room, and now the living room is a much more manageable size. So we now have a much larger open kitchen, open concept to what it was, that somebody now working in the kitchen can be part of the conversation for any guests, family members in the adjoining dining area and the living room behind me. In that relocation of some of these spaces, we were able to enlarge the front entry, whereas before it was a very small vestibule. And now there is going to be full floor to ceiling, wall to wall wardrobe to house coats and boots and backpacks, as well as have a nice bench and landing zone with a mirror to check yourself before you leave. And so that in itself is a much more manageable size entry before you come into this really open living space. We have a lot of awesome natural light that came from this existing window. We are increasing the size of the patio door because they have a beautiful backyard. And now this patio door is going to let in even more light. And we've added 2 skylights to the kitchen. So once the covers are off and the snow is cleared and the new patio door is in, there's going to be even more light coming through into the space. And it's going to help you visualize the flow of light from the front of the house to the back and vice versa. And so when you're in the new living room space, that is a much more manageable size, you will still be part of conversations with anybody in the adjoining dining room and kitchen space. We have a beautiful feature that's going to be installed early next week for this staircase, so that obviously it's safe, but a style that works really well and leans into the mid-century modern feel that we're infusing into this home. And so we have vertical wood slats being installed from floor to ceiling as the guard to the staircase, and they are stained to match the engineered hardwood floors that we have underneath this floor protection. So with the stair relocation in now this area of the home, it was really the prime location for this piece because it provides good headroom in the basement with the new shape and configuration, and it takes up some space from what was a really long living room, and it was really awkward and kind of oversized, and so furniture placement was very awkward. So now when we have a more compressed living room layout, the furniture placement is gonna make more sense. And like I said, it's a great spot for the staircase. So we will have that vertical feature wall being installed next week, but follow me because I wanna show you how this impacts the basement. So with the staircase relocation, the plan is to have what we're standing in now to be the future rec room, kids' playroom. And so access to the staircase and to the upstairs for the parents and the kids, it's really quite convenient. So you come down the stairs and you're right in the main play space. Behind the staircase, we've roughed in for the laundry room because we still need the laundry room in the basement, even though we're not finishing the basement as part of this renovation. It may be a phase 2 or phase 3 down the road, but we wanted to make sure that with the plan of the upstairs and the structural relocation of the staircase, that we were thinking down the road for a future layout to make sure that whatever we're doing now doesn't have to be undone for any type of future finishing of this basement. So having that thought process early on as part of the permit plans was really important. And that's it. So thank you so much for joining me on today's tour of Project Pleasant Park. You can see we're still in construction. I'll definitely bring you guys back when the project is complete in the next month or so, and you'll be able to see all of the final touches. Bye for now.